So for today's vlog, we will be keymapping FLYDIGI APEX 2 on Call of Duty Mobile. So, tara! Let's go!
Get ready.
So here in Battle Royale, let's make new flag.
Welcome to Blackout, soldier. The match is about to start.
Left stick here, let's drag left stick here, and let's save. That's Apex 2 1. Confirm. Let's edit this. So this, I don't change the radius, I let it stay as it is. This delayed response. If you find your movement, let's say if you turn left, click left, and it will suddenly turn right, then you make this 1. So this return radius, you can automatically run. So if you want your movement to automatically run, just make this 100. But for me, I would like to set it to 30, so it will not automatically run. So if you want a stealth move, go to switching radius and add key. Let's say I want to stealth LB. When in stealth mode, enemy will not hear your footstep and will not see your footstep in the map. So for the look around, it's DR. Always set this at the right side of the screen and set it to perspective and set it as it is. So confirm, save. So let's make a simple drag and drop. So edit. So for my jump will be letter A. My reload will be letter Y. So my crouch will be letter X. Fire will be right trigger. My aim will be left trigger. So for my weapon 1, it's M4. My weapon 2 is M3. So let's save this first. So let's do no recoil and motion sensor for shooting. So open FLYDIGI app, edit, and our right trigger is here. Set this to continuous. I suggest you set it only to 22, because if you max this out, there will have a conflict. So the shooting will be not consistent. So I set it to 22, confirm, and let's make another right trigger. Put this at the right side of the screen, and you should choose FPS auxiliary shoot. This is the auxiliary shoot. This is the no recoil settings. So set it to 9. This is the motion sensor settings. You can set it to any settings that you want. It's up to you. Let's confirm this first. Save. So you need to move the Apex 2 to aim. So that's the motion sensor for you. To use the motion sensor for the aim, this is what you do. Edit. So we've already set the scope. Just set it to normal, and then make another left trigger. Put this at the right side of the screen and open. Choose FPS sensing view. This is the sensitivity for motion sensor, and this is the sensitivity for right stick. Save. So this is it. I'm moving the Apex 2, and when I fire, I can move. And for the vehicle, I use macro for this. Edit. I use the D-pad app for vehicle. So for D-pad app, I use macro, edit, add to, it will be pressed in increment, so 1 1 here, and the up number 2 would be here. So save. So if ever there's a driver seat, if the driver seat is taken, you'll be automatically be the passenger. So for vehicles, make sure the exit button is on top of the drive buttons, so we can use the D-pad app as the enter and exit of the vehicle. So for the cursor, if you want to use the cursor, for me I use the combination key for my cursor. You can also use single button for the cursor, but for me I use the combination key. The combination key, and it is key. Let's press key. Okay, it's M4 and M3. So this is my cursor, M4 and M3. So open this, fly mouse. I used to press and hold to turn on and change this and save. Let's save this first. And if I press M4 and M3, you see the cursor will appear. So M4 and M3, we set it to weapon 1 and weapon 2. So in order to avoid conflict, you see, so in order to avoid conflict with that, here's what you do. So you can see this mode. By default, it will choose the previous one key trigger, but in order for me to avoid the conflict with other buttons, just click this one, confirm and save. So only the cursor will appear, it will not change weapon. See, I'm pressing the weapon 1, weapon 2, and I press both. Only the cursor will appear. So if you choose this press and hold to turn on, you have to press and hold the button to make the cursor appear, and release the button to make the cursor disappear. But if you choose this, click to open. Let's save this first. If we click once, button will appear, and it will stay there until you click the button again. So it will disappear. So it's up to you if you use one button or two buttons. So it's really up to you. For the bag, I use the C. Just click here. Just make this instant. Always choose instant. Then open the bag. Open again the FLYDIGI app. And it. Then click again C. And this time make this. Click by release, confirm, drag it on here, and let's make again another button. See the positioning of letter C. Okay, we find C here, so click this and let's use cursor, open, and place it on the middle of the back button, save. So what it does like this: if you press and hold the letter C for bag, and the cursor will appear, and if you release the button, the bag interface will disappear. So same goes to map. Earlier the C is located here, and now since we've used 3 buttons for letter C, you can find the C in this part. That means you can only use 3 buttons in one save or one preset. So for map, I use letter Z. So for map, let's put it on here. Click by instant, confirm, save, open the map, click letter Z again, and this time by release, confirm, drag it here on the X. Let's make fly mouse for this. Fly mouse, press and hold, turn on, put this on the middle of the map interface, and save. So when I click on the map, see, I'm pressing and hold the Z, and if I release it, you can no longer see the map. So for throwables, I set the throwables right D-pad. I always use sensing shoot, and I always use motion sensor. Increase the motion sensor to make the sensitivity much faster. Press and hold the right D-pad and choose what you want to choose. Say smoke to automatically select it, and you can press the right trigger to throw. So same goes to throwables. Left D-pad, drag it here. FPS, sensing shoot. You can also use sensing view, but for me I always use sensing shoot. Confirm, save, and if I press and hold the left D-pad, then choose. Let me choose this. It will, after you choose this, you will automatically use the consumables that you chose. So if you want to use this, just click the left D-pad, and you will use it automatically. Same goes to throwables. By the way, if you want to show the layout that you made, just click the left stick. See? And if you want to make this disappear, just click again the left stick. By the way, for vehicles, I suggest you use this layout B. You can use this one and you can key map that, but I suggest that you use this layout B. So for look around, then click on extension M1, drag it on the look around, click this, choose FPS, sensing shoot, confirm, save. So if you press and hold the M1 and you choose the sensing shoot, you move the Apex to, or you can use the right stick. For marking enemy, let's use letter B. Put it on here. Pick FPS, sensing view. Always use sensing view, or you can use sensing shoot, but I always use sensing view. Confirm, save. So what it does is like this. You can tilt your Apex to tip down for the 4, press and hold letter B, tilt right to guard, press and hold letter B, tilt up to attack. So if you want to use emoticon, just do this. Open. So let's say my emoticon is letter B. This is the emoticon. Click this, choose instant, confirm, drag this on the emoticon, and make another button again, letter B again, fly mouse, press and hold, confirm. It's okay to overlap this button since we're using the same feature for this one. Save. So if you press and hold the B button, yes, it will show the interface of emoticon, and just click the emoticon that you want to use by using the right trigger. So for no recoil, I suggest to use your favorite scope and favorite gun. For me, it's Red Dot and M4 LMG. So to set the no recoil, open the right trigger that we made earlier. It should be an FPS and auxiliary shoot. This one will be the motion sensor sensitivity. And if I use M4LMG or RPD, I set the auxiliary shoot level to level 1. So it's up to you if you want to increase that, but for me I'm okay with level 1. Confirm, it's safe. Now let's try. See, if we add auxiliary shoot for this one, let's add one. See, you can see there we go. But I'm okay with auxiliary shoot number 1. Just make sure to use 2 keyboard key for fire button. As you can see, I have 2 buttons for fire button. First is the continuous. I only set it to 22 because if you max this out, there will be a conflict in the firing speed. And for this one, this is where I set the no recoil, and it's called the auxiliary shoot level. I'm okay with the number 1 setting. Confirm, save. See, just a heads up, different guns and scope have different sensitivity. So if I change this to, let's change this to RPD. So if we change this to RPD, I think there will be only a slight change since this is an LMG. See, I think there's only a slight change. Let's change gun again. This is Asimo. See, there's a recoil, too much recoil for even you use Asimo. See, let's change the gun. Let's change gun again. This one. See. So there's a high recoil on this gun. So let's choose the peacemaker. So there's also a high recoil for this gun. So you can add if this gun is your favorite, and as you can see there's a high recoil. You can, of course, add no recoil sensitivity. Add or decrease the recoil sensitivity until you get your preferred recoil. This time, I'm using the LMG using 3 times tactical scope. So, my no recoil or auxiliary shoot level is still number 1. In red dot and optical scope, I achieve no recoil here, but when I'm using 3 times scope, there's already a recoil. What you're gonna do, I'll teach you some techniques just for this 3 times scope. So go to the settings, sensitivity, and go to the firing sensitivity and look for 3 times scope, 3 times tactical scope. So increase this, and it's up to you, up to what number you would like to choose. So for me, I'll choose 160. So You see, it's now going down. So this is the 160 setting in 3 times tactical scope. So as you can see, it's not that perfect, but it will still do its job. And if you want to achieve perfect no recoil, just use the Apex 2 to move it to the target. So you can do that on the 4 times tactical scope, 6 times tactical scope. But as I've said earlier, different scope and different guns have different recoil sensitivity. If you want to change the settings to normal, just set it to the sensitivity presets, just set it to mid, and you can see it turns back to normal, to the default settings. So for the quick change of scope, just open this one first, then open the FLYDIGI app, edit. Let's say I'll use LB. Open this, choose macro, edit, add 3 buttons, macro. So it will be 1, 2, 3. So 1 will be pressed first, then 2 will be pressed second, and 3 will be pressed third. So it will be pressed in increment. So just place the LB1 here at the X. LB2 should be here. And LB3 should be back to the X. Save, edit. Let's choose RB. Open it, macro, edit, choose 3, click this on the X. RB2 should be on the second one. RB3 is back to the X again. So I save. So if I press on the RB, it will change to 4 times scope. If I press on the LB, it will change to red dot. So I need the RB. So I need the 4 times scope, so I'll click the RB. See? There you go. So I think that's all. And if you find this tutorial useful, and if it helped you, please do subscribe for more gaming tutorials just like this one, and for more DIY tutorials. So see you in my next vlog.
Ready?